Yes, Sujit. So as we were discussing earlier, like today's topic is Windows Firewall. So as a tool, it works in between the internet and the intranet. So internet basically our domain and the internet. So it will be in between the internet and the intranet. So in this diagram, you can see as it has been placed in between the internet and the intranet, right? So one more thing, you need to know, it was first introduced in XP Service Pack 2. Okay, and it was not in previous version of XP, but it was launched with Service Pack 2. Okay, so as you know, the function of a firewall, how it works, and what is the role of a firewall. So as a tool, it could be a software and the hardware based both, right? So it actually protects our network and it enables us to send our data securely over the network, and it actually secures from any kind of attack to our network or any kind of unauthorized kind of packets which is which could be sent to our network. Fine. Okay. So this is one of the diagram which you can draw. I'll provide it to you later, otherwise I mean over the email, so you can draw for your reference how it looks like. Okay. So you can see as the packet is being sent, it would be through the firewall one. It could be in the network, and in this diagram, actually, try to say that there is something called packet filtering firewall. I mean, it's specifically talking about packet filtering firewall here. Okay, so in packet filtering firewall, does is it used to open the ports which we are going to use from through the firewall. So it uses port 80. So port 80 is used for the internet connectivity and actually to access something over the internet. Okay, so that is actually port 80 is for HTTP. Whenever you access any website like HTTP column that goes through HTTP. Okay, that their use is port 80. Okay, so according to this diagram, it says just like the if it uses a packet filtering firewall. So we it would be required like the specific ports which we want to open for communication. So on this thing, port 80 has been open, and any unauthorized user like this guy, you can see in the diagram, this guy is trying to send some packets, and he has already been able to cross this firewall, and you can see a packet has been sent here. Okay. So this packet engine means like this packet filtering firewall is not that secure because it used to open the port which we need for communication. Fine. So there is another kind of firewall which came into picture after this. So we'll discuss about that thing. Okay. So let's see. It comes below this. You can see there is a stateful firewall. So stateful firewall is more secure. We could define the things what we want to access and what not. So it was more secure. So it came into picture. You can see this is being blocked in front of the firewall. It's not crossing my domain, my network, right? So this is stateful firewall. There's two kind of firewall you can say. Yeah. Okay. So it's a stateful and packet filtering kind of firewalls are there. So packet filtering was not that secure because it could use the port which we have open. So that's the reason it came like a stateful firewall came into picture, and so basically a stateful firewall is more secure that is being used. Fine. So you can draw as I told you, you can draw this diagram later. So we'll discuss more see, and what happened that was for the domain level what we talked about here, right? It would be in the server, there would be server, you can see a server. This is basically a server that is connected in our domain, right? So this would be actually connected to our server. This file would be connected to our server file. First of all, communication would happen here. Fine. So the next thing is as we are coming, we actually discussed about it on the domain environment how it works. But for a single user, like a client operating system that we are using in for, you can say, for a personal purpose. So here you see computer is there, a normal laptop, desktop that is connected through a Wi-Fi connection. This is a modem, right, or you could say a router. Okay, you might have seen a router that it looks like this is a router, and this is one of the unauthorized user who may try to access my computer, my network through the internet. This is connected to the modem or router. So there's but In Windows 7, as we're talking about, so Windows 7 has got something as a local firewall, Windows firewall. Okay, so it will block as we define. If our firewall is turned on, it will definitely block any kind of unauthorized access. Okay, so it means like Windows 7 has got a firewall in on it. So that's what it meant to say. Fine. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, it came with, as we communicated. I mean, as we told in the previous slides, like Windows XP Service Pack 2. So it came with Windows XP Service Pack 2 and later. So it's there with Windows 7, Windows 8, and Windows 10 too. So all the version. But initially it came with Windows XP Service Pack 2. Fine. Okay. So actually, it means to say that Windows client operating system has also got firewall with it that will actually restrict any kind of unauthorized access or any kind of unauthorized packet that could be sent to or for any kind of attack. Okay, so basically, when you connect to any of the network, like you might have connected to any kind of network, and that would prompt for security reasons. Windows 7, as I told, Windows 7 actually it came with Windows 7, so it will prompt you with this kind of thing like you might have seen earlier whether you're connecting to the home network or your domain network or any kind of public network, right? So this is basically, you can say it will prompt you, so that's for the security purpose, like it will make your network more secure, your domain or your computer. So if you're connecting to the home network, so to be aware of where are you connecting to, so that firewall also be notified which network have you connected to. Okay, that's the reason prompts you whenever you connect to the when you actually install and or if you connect to any of the other network in to your laptop or anything, your computer, it will prompt you with this. So this is basically to know whether which network you're connecting to. Your firewall will be also aware like which network, so whether how secure is it and which kind of network is it your firewall needs to know. So this is actually the prompt is for that reason. Fine. Any questions, Sujit, until now? Sorry, public network. Public network, it could be, as I told, it could be internet. Somebody from the public network would be actually the internet, as we have communicated earlier. So you can see this is says as a have mobile broadband. This is a public network. This is not trusted. So mobile network is kind of as we're talking about the work network would be a domain intranet, as we have communicated earlier. So it would be an intranet. Home network, like it could be home network, could be work group. We'll discuss about this work group later on, but it could be a work group. Fine. And this would be internet, and this would be internet, directly connecting to internet. Fine. Any other query, Sujit? Okay, fine, Sujit. We'll go ahead with the next topic.